The time is 8:30 in the morning time on this Wednesday morning, September 25th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Chillo Morning News on this Wednesday morning, September 25th, 2018. Get on! Good morning to you all on this lovely Wednesday morning, September 25th, 2019. It is 8:30 in the morning time on this Wednesday morning, and it is 56 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Journal Morning News at 8:30 on this Wednesday is House launches Trump impeachment inquiry. The world's oceans are in danger. Major climate change warns. There is no evidence for Trump's Biden Ukraine accusations. What really happened? Inside Trump world, Trump defiance versus Parliament over impeachment as White House takes deal for whistleblower to speak to Congress, while Nancy Pelosi demands full whistleblower complaint. Hong Kong police dispute assault allegations. Massachusetts banned sale of vapor rice for 4 months. Representative John Lewis in Georgia says it's time to start impeachment proceedings. Pelosi quietly signed an order on House Democrats about whether to impeach Trump, officials said. Trump's transcript of Ukraine call unlikely to be verbatim. Pelosi announces an impeachment inquiry, says Trump must be held accountable. UK Parliament set to reconvene after government defeat. Here's what it means for Brexit. Baby Archie makes his debut on Meghan and Harry Africa tour. China wants the world to stay silent on Muslim conflict succeeding. Venezuela's diplomat reads a book during Trump's United speech attacking country. Thomas Cook calling any makers that Cook could leave Cuba, says CAA. WeWork faces a few barriers into an IPO despite the CEO shakeup. Looking at stocks now, 42.22 at 26.7.77 and 25 at 25.18 at 29.66.60 and Nasdaq at 118.83 at 79.93.63. Mysterious second industrial object confirmed. The UAE's first astronauts going to the space station. FDA expands recall of multiple medications. And Oakland County, Michigan confirms the first human case of West Nile virus this year. A key United Nations report warns that more than 1 billion people around the world can face severe water shortages and food insecurity by 2050 due to the effects of climate change. Alarm African churches demand end to xenophobic attacks. U.S. condemns brutal repression of Muslims, but China calls for UN inquiry. 3 more suspected African swine fever cases reported in South Korea. Robinson warning remained in effect Wednesday as heavy rain flash rain attempts were carried spread across U.S. and the British Virgin Islands as well as parts of Puerto Rico. Texas Senator dispute Robert Sparks after slaying his stepson's wife. Iran's wanting Ukraine Zelensky to speak at UN amid U.S. tensions. Expects officials to testify in the House on safety of e-cigarettes and vaping products. The United States government has condemned China for what it called a brutal cabinet repression against its Muslim population and urged the United Nations to investigate the crackdown on this religious minority. Taunton Mayor hopeful Estelle Borges. Kirkland Kevin Carlos and Hoge Montero were charged in connection with a shootout that occurred in West Bridgewater on May 9, 2016. Peter Chill News Time is 8:34 on this Wednesday morning, and it is time now for a Peter Chill tour. Sports support the Boston Red Sox defeat the Dallas the Texas Rangers, 12-0. Dandy at Texas. Sox the Rangers go out at 8 o'clock in the Norton Lancers cross-country team will have a meet against the Denham Mariners at 3:30 p.m. while the volleyball team will have a game against holiday game time 6:30 p.m. Patriots move on at Joey Brown's $5 million bonus payment, but may eventually have to pay out. Now, that's one of the years. Let's break injury. NCAA suspends response to deadlines of the hoops corruption case, and Manny Pacquiao fight definitely happens in 2020. Okay, Peter Joel this time, 8:35. Time for Peter Joel. Traffic turns a check. Hey! On the NBA, Blue Hawks was pushed delays up to 10 minutes due to the single problem of Wonderland. Fitchburg Line trade 487 from Washington's Army 10 20 minutes basket between Fitchburg and North Station due to freight trade traffic. Franklin Line trade to 706. And from Fitchburg 495 now stop to Denham Corporate Center to the McAllen, just grade 45 minutes past schedule. Franklin Line trade 740. 7:30 from Walpole is a part of Walpole's over 10 minutes past schedule due to early trade traffic and delayed trade 706 express the backline issue near Walpole. Needham trade 606 801 from Needham adds up and 10 minutes past between West Roxbury South Station to the related Bravo trade 601 in the Thursday. Good. Okay, let's take a look at the highways and byways. In Rhode Island, southbound side, so between Pawtucket and the downtown Providence, 146 at the southbound side. Slow about 15 and 95 downtown Providence, and 95 northbound side, so between 37 Work down to downtown Providence, 195 westbound side, so between Seacock down to downtown Providence, and 146 in both ends, but 146 to the Route 99 on the Lincoln Woodstock stretch, 99 northbound side, so 126 out of 122 to the Lincoln Woodstock stretch, 128 to the westbound side, so the James side, and both of the Newport bridges backed up, and 114 at the northbound side of the Mud Bridge, that's a little slow. And 395 on the northbound side. It is closed round, Route 193 in Webster, Connecticut, and it is backed up all the way down to Thompson, Connecticut, due to the tractor trail rover that is like learn from WCVB Channel 5. So 395. So people from the north, from Putnam, Connecticut, if you're headed towards Worcester and taking 395, hop on 44 and then take Route 12 to Webster and then get back under 395. Out in the Cape, Route 16 eastbound side, low slow to 134 in South Dennis, and 20 in the southbound side, low slow of Border Woodery, 20 in the northbound side, low slow of the Border Woodery, 485 at the northbound side, slow between Franklin Island and Route 9 and Westport, Mass Pike eastbound, so between Upton and the South Expressway downtown Boston to Mass Pike westbound, so between the Logan Airport and the South Boston, 95 at the northbound side, slow between Sheridan and 128 at the Canton, 24 at the northbound side, so between 27 at Brockton and Braintree Split, 1 Route 3 at the northbound side, so between Tutorial Rockdown and the Braintree Split, and 24 southbound side, so 495. Then Raynham down 24 in Raynham, and to 44 Raynham, and 7 Expressway at the northbound side, so between the Braintree Split down and downtown Boston, 7 Expressway southbound side, so between 203 and Dutcher down to 128 in Braintree Split, 128 in both ends by 24 Canada, the Braintree Split, and 128 at the northbound side, so between 128 in Canada on the Route 20 in Waltham. 93, both ends out to Boston back to Mass Pike westbound, so between all patrols and Newton. 128 the northbound side, so between 95, keeping it down 114. 128 the southbound side, so between Linfield all the way down to Lexington, and 128 the northbound side, so between Route 2 and Lexington down to Route 4 Lexington, Route 2 westbound side, so between Route 2 the westbound side, so between Lexington, Route 2 eastbound, so between 60 to Belmont down to the Fresh Park Parkway, Cambridge, and 3 the southbound side, so between Route 4 and Chilton Owen and Route 128 in Burlington, 485 at the southbound side, so between Longton all the way down to Littleton, 485 at the northbound side, so between Bucksburn and the Chelmsford, and 485 at the southbound side, so between 62 and Hudson and Marlborough, and Try eastbound, so 146 down to Route 9 in Worcester, 146 at the northbound side, so at Route 3 Worcester. Peter Channel News time is 8:39, and it's time out for a Peter Channel weather report. Drops over force winds are expected on Bermuda later today from Jerry. As large swells are expected to affect the coast of Bermuda during the next few days, and these swells could cause light friend recurring conditions. And 31.8 in the north, 60.9 in the west, winds 45 miles an hour. Movement northeast at 7 miles an hour. And Karen, 20.5 to the north, 65.2 to the west. Massachusetts winds 45 miles an hour, moving north and 40 miles an hour. Karen will continue to produce rainfall, causing flash floods and mudslides across Puerto Rico, decades of the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. And today, even as the center moves away from the region. And Lorenzo now a hurricane, 85 by winds, better center pressure, 98 millibar, located 3.6 to the north, 33.9 to the west, moving west northwest at 17 miles an hour. And it's a Category 1 storm. And expected to become a major hurricane by about Thursday at 2 p.m. and expected that to see. Close to home, it's going to be a feel of fall. It's going to be sunny skies for today. High 73 degrees. At northwest by 3 to 7 miles an hour for today. Petrog up to 4 a.m. west. Mostly Kisco at 52 degrees, calm for Thursday. Chetashaws Bay after 4 p.m. Petrog for 80 a.m. west. Mostly Saskatchewan 81 degrees and light southwest wind increase at 6 miles in the morning, just with 30%. Thursday, showers will light beam for 9 p.m. Petrog between midnight and 2 a.m. Otherwise, most skies during early evening, the gradual cooling will lower 50 degrees northwest by 3 to 5 miles an hour for Chetashaws 70%. Newport Mountain less than 7 inches possible for Friday, Petrog between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Otherwise, mostly Saskatchewan at 74 by 31 degrees and northwest by 3 to 6 miles an hour. Show light south wind for Saturday. Petrog before 9 a.m. was mostly Saskatchewan at 88 degrees southwest by 5 to 11 miles on gust size. 21 miles an hour for Saturday night. Showers between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Then Petrog after 2 a.m. was mostly guys at low about 3 degrees and southwest by 6 to 9 miles an hour. Gust size 20 miles an hour. Chance patient 30% for Saturday night. Sunday, Petrog for 70 miles. Mostly Saskatchewan at 82 about 48 degrees. Northeast by 6 to 8 miles an hour for Monday. Petrog wise. Saskatchewan at 81 degrees. London, wind to southeast by 6 miles in the morning. Monday night, Decasman 53 degrees and south about 5 miles an hour for Tuesday. Chetashaws, Saskatchewan at 75 degrees. Southwest by 6 to 8 miles an hour. Chance 30%, 6 degrees. And that's me for the Peter Channel. Morning news on this. Weather morning, September 25th, 2019. Viewers, hope you have a good morning and a good day. You know, be a wonderful day.